say the relationships that I developed in the cohort and the sense of community that I had is probably the number one reason, or one of the few reasons, that I was able to push myself and get back up and keep going, even when the work piled up and more things have to be done to prepare myself. Because fundamentally, I'm an individual who wants to do better, but I'm especially motivated when others do well. So seeing these other students around me who have the same passion and drive and academic purpose to push themselves to prepare resumes, get clubs organized together, pursue harder and harder academics. I viewed these and I was understanding that I myself can catch up to the challenge. If they're able to do this, then what says that I can't too? So with that sense of community built up, I understood, and also my friends as well. So I took that into account, and moving forward, I was able to that into account and understand that as I'm moving forward, I need to prepare myself, apply myself, and keep it up. I eventually learned and was able to kind of rationalize my thinking, and instead of just comparing myself to push forward, I realized that to do this myself, I truly want to and want to prevent my family from paying for college. And I want to achieve an experience where I'm not worried about student loan debts. So the cohort enabled my higher level thinking, I will say. And that sense of community allowed me to feel as though I wasn't alone in the journey and process.
Schools. So how
Yes.
do you
I've attended Osceola Fundamental High School in freshman year and Boca Ciega High School through my sophomore, junior, and senior year. And I can say this with a resounding confidence that through both communities, that understanding of high level education was there, but on such a basic level that anyone wanting to get a deeper understanding of the post-secondary education field and the expansive opportunities that are provided for all kinds of students, you would not be able to find efficient depth in either school system. I will say in both schools, especially Boca State High School, is they have a dedicated college and career program, which I can't say with confidence. Definitely does help a lot of students provide who comes to post-secondary plans, providing themselves for their military or going back into the workforce, going into P-Tech, just creating affordable and realistic futures for students who are not the most gifted or had the most standout resumes. However, one of my biggest gripes I can honestly say with these college and career programs, especially Boca Ciega, is that they are hyper local focused. They're either focused on SPC, USF, kind of getting these programs and set up in place to provide these students direct links to those colleges and programs, which in turn are more affordable and have very obvious and blatant transfer over to those communities. And it's very easy to tell. And it's common for a lot of students, and it's definitely provided a lot of economic support for students who usually couldn't afford the full tuition of USF and other surrounding schools. But beyond this, there is almost little to no expansion outside of these local colleges and programs. If you ask almost anyone at my school, I trust me, I've talked to a lot of my friends about this and people, teachers and faculty, even bring up something as small as Williams College, which isn't the most well-known school. But if you are integrated into the college post-secondary education process or community in any way, you definitely do know about Williams College and their standing as a little Ivy or a variety of other accolades. But none of these staff, students, teachers, parents, none of them knew what Williams College was or had a very strong idea of what it was. Very few did, and those few didn't really have a strong understanding of what Williams College was and what it offered me as a student. And so I have to explain that many a times, which I don't mind, but that just goes to show you that a university that provides so much for its students and could provide so much for students at my school who I know are gifted and talented and hard workers in a lot of ways and have very strong resumes themselves could possibly get in as well. But they just never knew about these opportunities, and therefore they kept themselves only limited to Florida, USF, SPC, UNF, these very local and commonly known schools in the country.